Hello, lovely people. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing fine. My name is Unwa Diuto, and I am a teens coach. In this video, we're going to be talking about getting ready for school resumption. Let's get right into the video. Oh, I remember vividly how we all went, what? No school? Schools are closing. And then they said, oh, we'll begin to do online stuff. What? Online? That's a lot of data going. We don't even have the devices for these children to learn online. How do you want this to happen? How do you want this to work? Then now, schools are reopening. What? How can schools reopen? How do you want our children to go back to school? Yeah. Then now, we're all at the position where we're wondering, so which one do you want? They say school should close. You say, how do you want us to do it? How do you want us? They say we will do online. We cannot cope with this online thing. No, this online thing is it's too expensive. It's too... Okay, oh yeah, now bring the children back. How do you want the children to go back? But then in some countries, they've actually resumed the whole back to school thingy, and precautions have been taken and put in place. In my country, the announcement was just made and school is going to be resuming again. Physical school will be resuming pretty soon in some weeks. So there are just some few things that we want to take into consideration as parents and then your children. In as much as we put in place every kind of safety and precautionary measures which all schools have been told to put in place before students resume. They're checking temperatures before they go in. The seats in the classrooms have been spread out. Several things have been put in place in many schools. But that is not where the issue actually lies. The issue lies with our children. So I will say, parents, focus more on your children. Tell them the things they need to know and begin to practice these things from now. The first thing will be the washing of hands for 40 seconds. It should be practiced regularly. Let them know in their minds how long 40 seconds is. When you wash your hands on a normal, it takes between just 5 to 8 seconds. So they should have a mental idea of what 40 seconds feels like. Then number 2, you want your children to practice not touching their faces. They should learn to keep their hands to themselves. For the younger ones, it's easy to tell them, keep your hands to yourself. But when you have a child, a teenager, who has pimples, acne, and all of that, you find out that their hands easily go back to their face. So we want to practice not touching the face. Keep your hands to yourselves. So no touching of the face. These are things that they have to practice. So each time you see them putting their hands on their face, you want to say your hand is on your face. So let them begin to practice these things daily, consciously, before the reopening of schools. Remember, even if your children have resumed school already, you want to still keep practicing these things. And these things are good practices. So to me, I think it's not a bad new normal. It's a good new normal. So why not? Let's practice these things. It will help. Then the third thing I will say will be practice wearing face masks. For the younger children, some countries have stipulated the age range for wearing face masks. Some other countries are yet to decide what the age range should be. But irrespective of that, for the older children whom you know must wear face masks, I would advise begin the practice of wearing face masks. Most children have been indoors for the longest period of time. So if they've not been out since this outbreak, you find out that they do not even know what a face mask feels like on their faces. So we want to practice wearing face mask so that it is not just on the day of resumption, that they are now fidgeting or trying to learn and understand how face masks works. So let them have a feel of it. Let them know what it feels like. Then remember that your children have not seen their friends for the longest period of time. So we cannot say, don't hug, don't touch, don't this. They will touch. So these things we've stated are things that could actually help them even when they mingle. Should they mingle, it will help them. So it is on their hands. Let them know not to touch their faces. Wash up. When you've washed, sanitize. So parents, you want to buy these little bottles and fill it up. If you have a big jar of hand sanitizer at home, you want to fill up their jars and let them have easy access to these hand sanitizers around them regularly. So you can give them little tips extra as they go daily. You say it. If you are coming close to someone, ensure your face mask is on your face. After you've shaked someone or you've hugged someone, could you take your hand sanitizer and sanitize your hand? Or before you even shake someone or hug someone, use your hand sanitizer. So apply your hand sanitizer, you hug, you shake, then afterwards you also apply your hand sanitizer. You could even tell them to wash their hands as often as possible. So this is you teaching your child to be safe. It is different from what the schools are going to be helping to do to keep our children safe. The schools can only do the best that they can do. Checking of temperature at the gate, ensuring that children stay apart, and all that kind of stuff. But children will always be children. At that point where a teacher just looks away and looks back, anything can happen. So if it happens to your child, is your child ready? Or are we going to be telling stories, oh, this is what happened and that is what happened? So we do not want stories that touch, in quote. We want to be ready. So equip your child to be ready. Teach your children to be ready for resumption. Something else we'd like to note would be, your children have been learning online. For many schools, they've been wired that way, as in your notes are online, your exams are online, everything online. So when this whole thing struck, the change wasn't looking like a dramatic change. It was just normal, just that we're not going to be seeing the children physically, but it was normal. While for some other people, it was like a total 360 change. They have never done anything online before, and now suddenly they are beginning to learn to do things online. They've relaxed into the mode of online learning, and now we are jogging them again quickly out of it to bring them to physical learning. So the same way it took time for them to balance into online learning is going to take them time to come out of it again to physical learning. So writing of notes, when last did your children write? If your children are not writers, you find that the last time they wrote was while they were in school, say long time ago, beginning of the year, and now this is towards the end of the year. You want them to start writing again. So it will take some time. It will take some practice. So you want to begin to talk to your children about things like that, writing, listening, and taking down notes. Begin to make your child aware of the fact that you're going back to the classroom. You're going to be sitting upright, listening to the class, and learning again. So that's something else you want to prepare your child for. So they should be prepared psychologically, they should be prepared mentally, they should also be prepared physically for school. And I'm sure the teachers are looking forward to having your children back to school. So begin to make them also ready for school. I hope this video cuts across as being useful to you. If you found it useful, kindly give this video a big fat thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to be seeing you all in my next one. Bye-bye.